What's going on, everybody? We are back in here once again with another live stream. Shout out to you guys for being in here, being involved, and being active on this channel. Happy Money Day, everybody. Oh, yeah. How was your weekend? I hope it was well. I had a great one. Y'all foosball fans, did y'all get what you wanted out of it? You hit your parlays? Get your gambling on? Or gambas, as they say here on Al Gore's internet. What was it? Super Bowl weekend? I would say extra large, but it's LX. Super Bowl LX. Lexus, almost. Anyways, moving on. We are back in here to review the item and God balance patch for the upcoming Nisa update. Dropping tomorrow, everybody. Woohoo! Our boy Nisa is dropping tomorrow. New God, new skins, new balances, new things coming. Get excited. Shout out to the live gang, replay gang watching this in the future, and of course the Lurk squad. Let me go ahead and check for any audio issues that may or may not be on my end. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Be on my end. So far, so good. Let me see. Yeah, all three platforms are looking good. Okay, let me go here. Bring up the chat. All right, let's go. Happy Money Day, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Let's make this another great week. Today I had a chest and back day. Yesterday was cardio and core. And the day before that was arms, bis and strides. So tomorrow is rest day. Yeah, I'll probably do like some calves and some. Oh no, I did forearms. Yeah, a couple of days ago. Oh, yeah. Anyways, got my hater blockers on right now. I got my my hood part on my workout shirt because I sweated and I ain't trying to get any sweat residue on my headset. So excuse me. Yes, I finished my workout. Hold me accountable, chat. I failed. I am human. And I got up late. I did. I'm not perfect. I try my best. And you know, sometimes it just gets me. I am only human, of course. I'm not immortal. I'm not superhuman. I ain't no hero. I'm just me, a human being. Shout out to Ronnie Racky for that line. Hell yeah, brother. Anyways, tomorrow will be a new day, all right? Tomorrow's a new day. I can get up at my actual time and not push it back like I did today. Be better. Do better. One step at a time. Progress. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay. Is it going? Hello? Okay, there we go. I hear some stuff. Okay, we are in studio once again with Kilgoon here, Clumsy, and of course, Manny the Mannequin right here beneath us. They don't know that we've infiltrated their offices. They don't know we are here. We spy on them. Oh my gosh. Anyways, enough goofing off me. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what these gentlemen have in store for us today. What knowledge shall they impart on us?
Hello, chat. We were chatting ourselves and
That's
missed
kinda
pushing the
not
start
loud.
button, so sorry we're a few seconds late.
Our bad.
Hello.
Yeah, hopefully everybody's doing well today. Hindu Man, unfortunately, a little under the weather today, so it's just the two of us today.
Yep,
to talk.
Oh no, Hindu Man is sick. Of course, we knew this because we were in studio as well, and we were also filled in on this information 3 days ago. Let's move on. He kind of has a cool shirt. A frog or a toad?
Joust the two.
We can make it if we try.
Joust
talking
the two of them?
today about balance. But first
Is
off,
that what you're gonna say? Nice.
yeah, we're gonna review the balance document.
Heck
First
yeah.
off, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. I mean,
Loud?
It's
Let me
gone
see.
pretty well. I think the Wednesday show we showed off Naja and everything like that. The skins and everything has been
Okay.
pretty awesome.
Raise it up on your end.
Yeah.
I should pull up the. I should pull something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull it up,
with
you
the show,
guys.
it's overall
Pause.
Really well.
Yeah.
Pause.
I think that people were really excited.
Show us the PowerPoint.
Najai it looks great.
And
I think
Yep.
we had- it's like it's always scary because I wasn't on the show. Obviously, there was a character on PTS that was. I just can't say myself.
Morgan
until
Le
you confirm.
Fay.
Okay, there we
Yes,
go. I
yes.
just like hear the confirmation.
MILF?
out loud.
Yes,
Yeah.
we confirmed that Morgan Le Fay
I
is coming.
didn't
We
hear
have not talked about the aspect at all.
Yes, that was actually off like correctly for
Hey,
the first
we
time.
did
so
it.
shout out
Ooh,
to us.
okay.
And I didn't hear
No
many-
spoilers here.
Many people talking
Not
about it,
yet.
so that's kind of.
I
kind
saw
of
Weekend
good.
had a reel about it.
Was it a good reel?
There were a lot of
Excuse me.
views on it.
Oh, okay. I actually completely missed that one, so
Yeah.
hopefully it was pretty positive. Yeah, so that's cool. I'm excited. I'm still working on that one. So I think like 2 weeks from now I'll be on the show again talking about Morgan Le Fay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
All things
the
considered.
aspect. I'm
the
very
aspect,
excited about
sword.
it. She has a sword for a reason.
Yeah. I messed up the one word aspect teaser.
know, but I thought it
would
was-
have just been sword.
I thought it was funnier
Yeah,
as the
fair
way you
enough.
worded it.
It's funny enough. I know the next one word aspect teaser that I'm gonna put out
Oh,
for
okay.
several more
yeah,
weeks
for-
later.
But
Nice.
that got
Okay, it's
definitely
pretty
hasn't
cool.
been revealed yet, so we can't talk about
Pre-planning
it.
ahead
you
of
know,
time.
you already know what the teaser is.
Oh,
Good.
I think I know what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up an image here because I wanted to update people on one thing from the show on Wednesday, if I can find it. But I
From
might
Wednesday.
just have to take a second finding it.
Today's your cat's first birthday. Happy birthday, little Tavares cat. That's
Mhm.
cute.
Um,
Quick release Smite
Hidden
cartoon before they can stop you. I'm on it.
Nice.
maybe I have to go into Discord to find this. I'll come back to this in a second. Main thing I wanted to say, I will pull
Mhm.
up the. I'm just gonna pull this up.
Yeah.
'Cause this is not the full image.
Give it to me.
But
That's what
chat
she said.
was notably calling out that the Naja face in the 2D
Oh
art
yeah, that's right. Okay.
Uh-huh.
was not. There were a lot of feedback on what it was, but basically it wasn't. It didn't really fit with the 3D model. So quick explanation as to why. We actually sent that splash art out to our 2D splash art contractor.
Okay. People were bugging and raging that it was like a retro, like 2000 retro 2000s-esque icon. Really? I thought it was quite unique. I thought it was really cool. It was a refresher. I don't know, man. Y'all, chat, you guys, y'all can never be satisfied. I don't know. Trying to satisfy y'all is it's never gonna happen. I don't know. Let's see what they have to say before I continue potentially digging myself a grave.
Before the model was completely done.
Uh-huh.
And it hadn't had the pass to bring it back into
Right.
alignment with the way that the model was done.
Mm.
So we have updated it. I think this is the final version of the face. There might be a few more tweaks from here, but just so everybody can see, the face has been updated to look more like the Nisha model. So
Nice.
They changed the icon? Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. Now it's just gonna be, is it gonna be all this? Because usually it's just like the face, a big zoomed in face.
definitely heard your
Shout outs to the
feedback
team.
that people were, noticed that it was unfinished, and we went back and got that finished. So
That was unfinished? Okay, interesting. To me, it looks finished. I was like, yo, that's a unique avatar icon for a profile picture for the god. it was a cool themed. I thought they did it on purpose. Turns out they jumped the gun, I suppose, would be the phrasing there. They sent the splash art before they finished the model, and things got mixed up there. I guess they caved into chat's demands. Both are great. I like both, honestly. This one looks great. The other one was also great. No complaining out of me, man. I thought they were gonna keep it. I was like, yo, that one's pretty cool. It'll add some uniqueness to the art dynamic of profile pictures for these characters.
Hopefully it will look really good in game.
I guess you guys didn't like
I wanted
it.
to pull up the whole card art, but I can't find the file right now.
Yeah, I think was there a Reddit thread?
I
think
looked.
that we saw that
I didn't see it on Reddit anymore either. But
sometimes it's hard to get that filter.
Yeah, but the full version of it, you know, I think it's a really good card if you see the whole thing. I think that the face in particular, it was like zoomed in on the one part that was like the least done. So anyway, I just wanted to really quickly talk about that.
Do we have like mods in chat? Can someone ban Bobby for like timeout Bobby? Thank you.
Wow, rough. With that quickly out of the
I don't know. They didn't even mention it on the Wednesday show. So I think this is just them kowtowing to Chad's demands. That's what it seems like to me. We saw the Wednesday show and they made no mention of that until chat ate them up. The internet, I guess. This seems like damage control, so to speak. I don't know. It ain't me though.
I think it's probably time to talk some balance.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let me pull this.
They
up
sound
here.
so far away.
People are really excited about Naja and all the cool stuff, so let's get them upset about
Hell
it.
yeah, we are. I still am.
Tease something that I think people are going to be very excited about.
Okay, so here we are, starting with, what's the god that you want to see nerfed the most, chat?
Yeah, I was like,
Chat.
I know this is the answer.
What god do you want to see nerfed the most?
Wait, they're all going to say different things.
I just want a little.
Someone's getting nerfed?
Interaction moment here.
Oh, we love that.
Who do I want to get nerfed the most? It's not a god, it's a role. Jungler, duh, easy. Every jungler's all like, ninja. They staring Martin Lutherly at me like, you play, you hater. Yes, I am. And so what? ADCs too, get in there. Y'all in the same bucket. Not a god specifically.
Mulan, good one. I don't think he'll phase in this year. So
well,
Mulan.
Dave Cola, you're about to be really happy because we are starting out with a nerf to Aladdin.
Yes. They shifted this guy. His kit got a shift, like a rework-esque kind of thing. He did more damage than he previously, and they were like, that's not enough. We need to buff him so he can do more damage. Okay. I don't really see him in my games though, so I mean, I've seen him in other games. I know how pub stompy he can be, right? So to see a nerf, that's great. Wall run. Increase the cooldown from 16 seconds to 18 seconds. Increase cooldown reduction if you damage a god from 0 seconds. And it levels up from 2 seconds to 4 seconds at max rank. Decrease minimum leap range from 4.4 to 3.2 meters. Decrease maximum leap range from 8.8 meters to 7.2 meters. Decreased wall run max distance from 8.8 meters to 7.2 meters. You can just run forever. Decreased wall run duration from 1.25 seconds to 1.05 seconds. This keeps the wall run speed approximately the same. Okay. Let's see what they have to say. Ooh, Apollo got a buff. Ooh, on his 3. Increased damage. We can't see that.
Clumsy's playing. That's messed up.
Uh,
Yes, Aladdin is going to get hit by a bit of a nerf.
Yeah. Okay. So
A very targeted one here, which I
very
think is what's
targeted
important.
to the wall run. We are
Yes.
increasing the cooldown from 16 to 18 per second.
It's
However-
3.
But we are giving you cooldown reduction if you damage a god, which would bring it down lower. So it would be like 14 seconds at the high end. Decrease the minimum leap range, decrease the maximum leap range, decrease the wall run max distance, and decrease the wall run duration. This keeps the wall run speed approximately the same.
Yeah.
Basically, just a little too slippery, a little too
little
runaway.
bit too evasive.
Okay.
So regardless of the scenario,
Always.
Aladdin's not going to be able to go as far, whether he's hitting gods or not hitting gods, but he's incentivized to be aggressive.
Yeah.
If he's hitting
Yes.
the gods, he's getting a larger cooldown reduction. And
Fair
if
point.
He's not hitting gods and he's just trying to escape. So overall, we think his potency is in a pretty good place, but the place that he's the most effective is his slipperiness. So
Okay,
we
that
want
makes good sense.
2
we're
dashes.
a little buff.
2
We are buffing the damage.
on the moves. Increase damage scaling from 60% strength to 70% strength. Across the sky. His ultimate. Removed carrying ally bonus mana cost. So you can Uber people for free now? At no cost to you. Ooh, I wonder if they can make it so that the passenger is the one paying for mana. Because he's a taxi man. He's a Uber driver. So to have him pay the price for carrying allies, I don't know. The allies should be paying that price, or anyone that chooses to go in, because that's just it's like, hey, I can take you with me if you want to come. If not, it's all good, all right? And then not that many people even, at least from what I've seen, whenever Apollo ults, like, they don't want to go with him. Let me see. I think it says base Apollo. Will this work on his aspect too? This is gonna be great for his aspect though. If it's for both. His 4 is on, or this change on his ult is for both aspect and base. It's gonna be great. Support Apollo back. Stocks went up just a little bit.
On the moves, his dash, and increasing the scaling on it. And we are removing extra mana cost to carry allies in the ultimate.
Yeah, so a little bit of love just in general to Apollo. The moves is 3. It's not something you use super aggressively, but when you do, you should be rewarded for it, right? So like now, if you're going to go in, it's a small base damage increase, but that scaling is going to matter a little bit more. And across the sky, this one was really interesting because when I think this was pitched from the ambassadors, and when Paul and I went over and talked about it, we're like, you know what? This was added kind of like almost like preemptively as a balance mechanism in case we needed it, but it almost just felt like punishing for the sake of punishing. We want people to do this. We want people to join in their allies and try this new feature, but this mana cost was actually so detrimental that no one really even wanted to try it at all. So if anything, let's give people a try. Let people ferry in their teammates and see how that feels. I think that should be a lot more exciting.
Yeah, see? And then the more people that you carry, you can only carry 2, right? The more mana cost it was to you. So by the time you land, you're like, okay, I have 1, 2, maybe, if I'm lucky, abilities left. Depending if you're, going around or flying around for a while. Or getting from one end of the map to the other. Like, by the time you get there, you're like, okay, all I have is maybe 1 attack. Well, 1 ability attack, and then just my basics. How much more useful am I going to be then? Not very. It's pretty cool, though. I like it. Huge buff. Huge buff. I'm pretty sure they're going to go and revert this. They're going to bring back the mana cost. It's going to be reduced, though, more than likely. If this gets out of hand. Or I should say when it gets out of hand. Because I'm pretty sure this is going to get out of hand. Probably for... I'm not even sure if for support. Maybe in jungle. And maybe ADC. The damaging ones. Yeah.
And
Let's
chat's
continue.
asking, I don't know
already
if
got
you
a
know,
buff.
is this apply to base and aspect? Does the aspect also get the damage bonus on the 3 and remove mana cost on the ult?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the scaling will be different for the aspect, I believe, but anything that's, you know, shared and the same for both of them will be shared and the same.
Okay.
W buff here. Huge buff for our man Apollo. Holy moly. Damn, all right. Support Apollo stocks gone up bigly now. Not just by a little bit. By a lot. Hell yeah. Let's freaking go, baby. Hardy got a buff.
If not, let me know because then I messed it up.
Okay. Transgressor's Fate is getting a, which is the trap.
That is the
That's
trap.
trap. She has weird ability names.
She does.
The trap, the cooldown is going.
They're not weird. They're pretty awesome. Silence the insolent. All right. Transgressor's Fate. Caledonian Boar. Awesome names. Decrease cooldown. Whoa. From 14 seconds down to 10. Now it is 10 at all ranks. An increased damage per tick from 12 to 60. It is now 15 to 75. Woo! It's going to help her clear. Ability-based Artemis. Or what's it called? Transcendence Artemis?
From instead of scaling for 14 to 10 seconds, it's just going to be 10 seconds.
Yep.
And we are increasing the damage per tick by 15 at max rank, 3 at lowest rank. How many ticks does it hit for?
Quite a lot. It was either like
Quite a few.
It's like
it's 5.
9 maybe.
Oh,
Maybe
9.
It was 10. I don't know. It was quite a bit, but also like you're not going to be hitting people for the max amount of ticks unless you're playing it on the PvE sake, which does matter too. Like you can stack those up on lane.
Yep.
You can stack those up when you need to kind of like Arachne web style in the old days. But the aspect, when it came out, it was quite good. We nerfed it and we kind of like never really addressed it that much. We even had like effects updates to make sure the traps are more visible. So if anything, she got even more further nerfed, some might say. So
Damn,
this
really?
should feel a lot better.
Cool. Coming up next, Bracken.
Bracken!
He's actually one of the worst gods in the game right now.
Really?
No way! Broken? I find this hard to believe. This man can just walk up to you, delete everybody, and leave. And he's the worst god? Say it ain't so. Bracken buff, his 1. Increased damage! From 80 to 260, it is now 90 to 290. Refraction shield, his 2. Increased heal per target. From 8 to 20, it is now 12 to 24. He's going to do way more damage, and he's going to be that much harder to kill. Golly, man. Whew. Okay.
He has been, every time I've seen him in solo lane, he has just been a terror. But
yeah,
the data may not
this isn't
align
also
with
the biggest buff, and it's kind of catered more towards like the mid to the late game, where if anything, he's the early to mid game bully.
Yeah.
But late game, he doesn't really do as well. So we're giving him a little bit more sustain on the refraction shield. This only actually happens on the empowered refraction shield.
Yes.
So it's not like you're going to get this every time.
Yeah, when it's pink.
But then the seismic crush base damage is going to be scaling a little bit harder to the late game. So it's
and the seismic crush is the punch, right?
That's the one. Yeah, the running at you.
The power punch. Okay.
Yep.
Makes sense. A little more damage on the punch and a little more healing on your recast of you too. Next, Kernanos getting a buff, my boy.
Kearney.
He's getting a buff. He kind of just needed one a little bit everywhere. We know for the record that like
Okay, shifter of seasons. Increasing spring heal scaling from 8% to 10% of intelligence. Increase summer damage scaling 10 to 22% is now 12 to 24%. Strength or intelligence, whichever is higher. Increase winter slow duration from 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds. Start off with the 2 or the winter one. That's like the 4th one, I suppose. Wild Hunt increased damage from 200 to 540 is now 240 to 540.
Hi.
So on the early.
Hi.
Hello. Good morning, brother. We live. Welcome back. Happy to have you here. Holy.
What's up, bro?
What's up? So early
Oh,
game
hey,
damage.
fam.
Yeah, late game.
Okay, what's
still the
up,
same.
everybody? Looks like we are live
We
once
live!
again. We live.
There's a or a little bit more push on the intelligence side.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see just the tiniest bit here. This isn't really, the goal here isn't to just affect intelligence. It's kind of just going to give him a baseline buff a little bit in the right spots. We will look at intelligence for a lot more characters. I know there's a heavy desire for the hybrid and for those characters in general. Same thing for aspects and those that are being unutilized. There's a lot of room to improve for a lot of these sections, but certain notes needed buffs, so we're just going to be giving a little bit more spring heal scaling for intelligence only. The summer's damage scaling is going to be going up based on whichever is highest.
Keep in mind that anti-heal is also back, so that's probably why they're getting these buffs for healing.
Strength or your intelligence, so technically affects both, and regardless of what you are, or technically this match the aspect, but the winter slow duration is going to be increased, so that way when you kind of just swap to winter, you have a little bit more time when you swap back to have them still be debuffed. And then overall the ulti is going to just do a little bit more damage early to mid game and keeping it the same for the late game.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like an interesting little buff here to Kurnados, but we'll be nerfing Chiron.
Yo, melee Kearney might go hard. Aspect of the devil Kearney, it might go excuse me, it might go hard with this 2-second increase to the winter one. He can just stick with this one to stick to his enemies. Hit him once or twice and then cycle to the damaged one, the summer or the spring one. No, it's the summer one. I think the spring one is the one that removes protections or does damage. Yeah, decreases protections. Depending on the target. You're still going to be starting off with the slow, probably. Yo. Kearney aspect going up stocks for sure. Probably going to be seeing a lot more Kearney jungle melee. Chiron got a nerf.
Generally a pretty tiny nerf.
Yeah, that's a really small nerf.
Chiron has been doing well, but not well enough that I don't even think we did any like hotfix nerfs or anything like that. You know,
just a well balanced god.
He's well balanced, and people just he was perceived a little bit stronger than people expected because he's new. Simple as that. People don't know how to react to him. Bluestone damage, the masterful shot damage early game is quite a lot. His +1s feel pretty good.
Yep.
His aspect has released, and there's not been a lot of murmur there either. I think it's doing slightly less strong than Chiron base, but that's because it's kind of a unique enchanter support kind of playstyle. So this is a 10% nerf on masterful shot. However, because he has that refire mechanism, when you get enough strength, this technically is an additional 10% nerf.
Kind of a 20%.
It's a 20% nerf for the late game, but a 10% nerf just in general.
Okay.
Damn, okay.
Coming up next, Discordia is getting nerfed. Her dash is going to be a shorter range.
Yeah. So
and we've decreased the tween time. So it's probably
I told you this is the most powerful ability in her kit. It's gonna keep getting nerfed. Oh, her ult got decreased. Damn, almost by 50%. Speed decreased slightly, decreased the max range. No, you can't snipe people. Nah, brother, that sucks. It was fun landing those long range snipes.
makes it travel at the same speed given it's
exactly
shorter.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I can already feel some people both the excitement in chat and also Saichi yelling at me.
And then decreased the max range on the ultimate from 50 meters to 35 meters.
Okay, so there's definitely some important stuff here. The
lot.
tween distance / speed is parity in Smite 1 to what it came in to be in Smite 2. That being said, due to whatever reasons, people always felt like it was a little bit too strong, that the time she's getting of invulnerability in this kind of tween or leap time is a little bit too high. So, you know, we thought this would be the right place to hit her because while Discordia is somewhat evasive, she's not meant to be known to be like the one that gets away all the time. But between her 3, her CC, and the fact
she
that
always
she
does
can CC immune on the ulti, this was, you know, this is where we thought would be the right place to nerf. And then the ultimate, there's a lot of people brought up that this wasn't parity. That's totally my bad. There was so many timings on the ulti that I just kind of ended up going with what felt good, and what felt good to me was a little bit was quite a bit way too strong. And I'm pretty sure the Ambassador channel and there were some advocates that we may see in chat kind of made sure that things felt good. But I'm kind of just messing with Saichi a little bit more.
Damn.
The Discordia Apple did go quite a bit too far, in Smite 2, which also meant like the speed was also a little bit high. This isn't the full nerf all the way. It's like 80% of the way there. But
so
should feel
it's still a little bit shorter.
Yeah, I think it was basically around 30 meters would be the exact parity, but 35 felt pretty solid without being too much of a decrease. So I apologize, but she also needed like Discordia is doing quite well right now.
Damn. That kind of sucks. I like hitting the long range snipes. They did feel super mega long though. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, whoa. I can almost snipe from across the map. Facetiously, right? But for sure, from one lane into far. Nah, there's a lot of stuff in the way. Never mind. Just from lane to lane. You can go from like tower to tower. Super, super safe. Line it up and then boom! Get them. But if it's that far, you have enough time to dodge it. I don't even think it was going that fast either. To me, it felt right. It felt normal. It felt good. Apparently, not to y'all. You guys thought it was too fast, I guess. Maybe from up close. It was too fast. I thought it was good though. I'm with Clumsy on that one. I thought it felt great.
Yeah, she seems good.
That's just me though.
We're buffing Guan Yu, my boy.
Yes! Our boy Guan Yu! Let's go, baby! Warriors will. Okay, his dash and his 3. Let me see.
Increase.
Let me see. More damage. Increased damage from 80 to 300 is now 90 to 310. And then increased damage for the 3 as well. 14 to 58 is now 16 to 60. So 2 everywhere. Just a little bit. Okay. I'll take a Guan Yu buff. Hell yeah, brother.
Increasing damage on the 2, scaling from 90 to 310, so plus 10 across the board.
Just a simple small one there.
And increased damage on the Talu Assault, just
per
2,
tick.
but it's per tick, and it hits
so
a lot
does
of times.
Actually, this might be the one that does 10. I think this was the one that did 10. I can't remember.
It does a lot of ticks.
It is a lot of ticks. Guan
Yu
is generally doing okay, but this is just going to give him a buff across the board. And for people who are like such small base damage numbers, as we've said for the entirety of Smite 1, and we'll continue to say Smite 2, for like warriors and gods who like are constantly in the fray of things, small base damage numbers are so much. And as Pond is saying in chat too, it can do even more with attack speed. So that tick number you see with the Talu Assault is technically going to be even further buffed with attack speed.
Okay. Coming up next,
yeah,
is getting a nerf/fix.
Okay, what the heck?
Oh, okay, wait, this one slipped in. I didn't even know about this.
So his dive bomb, we are increasing the pre-fire time from 0.0667.
That's great. That's 2 frames. For the record, that's like 2 frames.
Goofy ass 6'7" joke. Not funny. I'm showing my age. This should better sync up when he comes untargetable, or when he becomes untargetable, to when he leaves the ground in the animation. They're adding a 1/10 of a second.
0.06. Yep, that's just number.
It's one of those numbers.
It's one of those numbers, and it's rounding up. Funny numbers.
0.1667 seconds. So an extra 1/10 of a second pre-fire. And this should better sync up with when he becomes untargetable to when he leaves the ground in the animation.
Yeah, I think even when we brought Hu Yi into Smite 2, it started as a 0. Then we did a couple of pre-fire adjustments for Hu Yi upwards and then other characters downwards. But the one that has always stood out was Hu Yi. So I know upon had a look at this one, and this should feel a lot better and will hopefully curtail some of the issues. That being said, server-client disagreement will always mean that there's going to be a little bit of funkiness regardless of who you play and whether it's a leap or not. So
yeah, but it should be more.
It should be much more reliable and understandable.
Okay.
So fast.
We're nerfing the Snick.
Yeah, this is a small one. Kind of.
Jormusi. His passive increased stack count to deal damage from 10 to 14.
targeted for his that newer +1 component, which is that stacking damage that you the stacking debuff that you put on enemies that leads up to a bonus damage. We felt like this was a part throughout the game that continued to be strong. So we're actually increasing the amount of stacks it takes to cause that burst damage from 10 to 14. Simple as that.
Okay. Makes sense. Nuwa is getting nerfed. We're decreasing the lifetime of the soldiers at lower ranks.
This is very targeted. Nuwa's still doing quite well right now. Honestly, I just had so many people that just go like, why do these clay soldiers last so long? And then I would like burst them against them as well. Like, especially in early game, when it's just like, why? Get off of me. Like, this is just taking way too long. So
damn, from 10 seconds flat, it's now rank up. Starting from 6 seconds all the way up to 10 seconds. Golly, the thing for me is like, they have so much life. They last forever. And I don't even do that much damage to take them out. And when they hit you, they do so much damage. I'm like, oh, God damn it. Oh, well. I like playing against her. Playing against her is like that.
Yes,
I get it, though. I get it.
Early to mid game, specifically late game, they're still going to be able to tank objectives, do whatever they need to be for the full 10 seconds.
Their HP scales off of your HP too.
Yeah. No, they're good.
Support Nuwa.
It's a thing.
Okay, I was just thinking too, like, how do the clay minions health? How does that work? Now it scales off of your freaking health. Holy moly!
HP scales off of your HP too.
Yeah. No, they're good.
Support Nuwa.
Is it current HP or max HP? Those are two different numbers. I suppose it's gonna be like current HP. HP support Nuwa. HP 5 build. Yo, shout out to Cowman.
Wow.
It's a thing.
Where you at, Ninja?
Newt Aspect is getting nerfed once
Dang,
again.
Nut got another nerf.
The damage mitigation per stack on Cosmic Flux from 0.5% to 0%.
It's gone.
It's gone. And Warp decreased crowd control immunity duration by half from 1.5 seconds to 0.75 seconds.
Newt's Aspect has been hit a few times, has continued to feel pretty good, but pretty good in the places where we want it to be very careful about, right? So the damage mitigation per stack on Cosmic Flux is being removed, but that's not because we want Newt's Aspect to be like less tanky and fulfill less just in general if you're going to build them support. In fact, if you're building them support and you're building them with tanky stuff, like that's what we want you to do. But now you're just not going to get free damage mitigation. If you're going Newt aggressively, you shouldn't be rewarded with defenses, basically.
Makes sense.
And same thing with the Warp in a similar degree is that it's provided a lot. 1.5 seconds of like anyone that's around you has CC immunity on a decent cooldown as well. That's just too often.
That's longer than Talisman.
That sounds about right.
I think Talisman's 1 second. So,
yeah. So that was probably a little bit too good and happened a little bit too frequently. But by halving the duration, it should feel way less frustrating.
Okay. Coming up next, Osiris. We are buffing Osiris.
I see.
We are decreasing the cooldown on his 3 from 15
let's
seconds
go.
to 15, scaling to 13. So as you rank it up, it'll have a lower cooldown. And the Lord of the Afterlife increased damage from.
I think that's just base though.
30 at base rank and 10 at
scaling a little bit less. Honestly, just some. I'm almost called quality of life buffs. These are just balance buffs, small things to give Osiris a little bit of love. We didn't want to hit the Aspect. The Aspect is actually still not doing that great.
Really?
But based on the perception of it, we wanted to be a bit more careful, especially post its release. But Osiris has just needed some love. Like if you think about the soul lane, there's a lot of characters there who have been thriving. Osiris has not been one of them for actually quite a long period of time.
Okay.
I haven't seen him.
Is getting a buff. To her 1 is going to have a reduced cooldown instead of starting from 15 and going down to 13. It's just going to be 13.
These actually
Great. Increase entering more damage. Great. Here we go. More. She can spam her abilities more, which means she'll be doing more damage with her 1. Increase the entering damage on her 2. So more damage. Double more damage to a jungler. Great.
that have been quite similar, these two buffs back to back.
Yeah.
Woo!
Increase the inner ring damage from 70 to 250 to 85
15
to
across
Just
all
a
ranks.
little bit of love across the
15
board.
across the board.
She's just not doing super hot. We wanted to give her a little bit of fuel for that magma.
Yeah.
Really?
And
She does.
I still think she's good, but we'll see.
I think
I'm with him. I'm with Kilgood on this one. Like, what do you mean she's not doing good? Huh? She still does phenomenal. Holy moly, she does so much damage too. you know what? She's not doing enough damage. Let's give her more damage. Because why not? I wish supports got this kind of love. Tanks. That would be great.
I want to see a little bit more of her solo lane stat or her aspect stats as well, and see how
Tank
that does.
meta
I mean,
when
Ola's performed really well on Pele, so
Yeah.
that's been awesome to see.
Sun Wukong, I am
okay.
very excited to see this.
Yeah,
This
okay,
is my
cool.
favorite kind of buff, by the way.
Okay.
We are
Base stat.
raising Sun Wukong's base stats to more closely match those of similar gods.
Yeah.
Essentially, some of his base protections and hit point numbers and whatnot. I
Yep.
believe his hit points numbers was the big one, right?
Health was the
HP.
biggest one, especially the per level one. Yep.
Was much more like a mage's
Yes.
health pool instead of like a
Yeah, was
more
this
tanky
something that
character's
you
health
mentioned,
pool.
or was it in the Ambassador's channel? I remember seeing this somewhere, and I'm like, wait a second, like let's have a look, and it was just true. I think this was actually technically I did it, so I'm gonna call myself out here. When I ported Sun Wukong, it's like I don't believe I updated the curve table correctly, and these were just the wrong numbers for a warrior for the most part. Even we don't use classes that much, we want to bring parity for similar types of characters. So
Should feel the way they feel at least. right?
exactly. So yeah, my bad. But at the same time, Sun Wukong released decently strong. So I think all of that was really foreshadowed with the strength of the passive, with his aspect and stuff like that. Yeah, so my bad. But Sun Wukong as a whole has recently not been performing all that well, and we want to be careful of obviously just buffing the aspect, because I think that's still the one similar to Osiris that people think might be a little bit too good. But as a whole, for Osiris and Sun Wukong, they're both performing.
Coming up next,
Danny.
Thanos and Thor. We mentioned
Thor.
this on the show.
On Wednesday.
Yeah.
But we did pass to try and ensure
Audio
that
cues.
ultimate landing warning sounds are audible and occur at the right time for enemy reaction time, and also occur at the location of landing instead of up in the air.
Yes.
So
this should feel way better to react to. To honestly, just like the feedback should just feel way better for everyone around in this scenario, including for Thanatos and Thor
excuse
too.
me.
So hopefully you all feel this. Let us know what whether it's adequate.
Vulcan is getting nerfed.
Let's go. Let's go, Vulcan. Get out of here, dog. Decreased thumper turret scaling from 10% to 8% intelligence. And the shrapnel mod. Decreased damage per tick from 3 to 15. It is now 2 to 10. Definitely on the late game end. And a little bit off the top front end. Is that it? Let's go. He's so irritating to play against. Oh my gosh. It's like any characters that have extra pets. And then he has two turrets, 3 plus his freaking thumper.
Alternator dual mod decrease thumper turret scaling from 10% to 8%.
So this is just like if you have a thumper at all, it'll be doing a little bit less scaling.
The shrapnel mod decreased damage per tick from 3 to 15 to 2 to 10.
It seems like small numbers, literally just a little bit, but it scales over time and it ticks several times too.
Yep.
And thermal mod decreased scaling from 20% intelligence to 15% intelligence.
Yeah, so that was the extra damage you got from your 1 and your 3, I believe. And then Inferno Cannon, that's just the damage that it deals at all cases. Vulcan, it's interesting because like I feel like there weren't a lot of people hearing about him and then talking about him, and then suddenly it kind of came a lot all at once. I saw it on socials, I saw it on the ambassador feedback, I saw people playing him more, and I just wanted to just hit a lot of different spots. And I know there's a desire to buff the underutilized mods, but some of them are kind of hard to buff. And right now it's like kind of like let's normalize things and then go from there.
Okay,
I got you.
Shidalage is going to get a
Interesting. It's like the dual mod is the only one. Double cannon, that's it. Shrapnel for extra DPS as well. And then the first one to get the dual mod so you can have the thumper. That's what I go. That's me. Dual shrapnel, and then what's the last one? Double cannon. That's what it is. Extra cannon. That's how I build him. I was like, when I played him, I was like, God damn, this guy's a menace. Holy moly! I got like 20 kills almost in one game. I think it was an assault. Like, all right, I got Vulcan. I'm locking in. It was gonna be consistent free damage, like all the time. Just cover the whole lane and just turrets. Boom. You'll get somebody with some damage. Holy moly. And then playing against him, I was like, oh gosh. Not this guy. He's just gonna get free damage all game. Now we gotta deal with his 2 turrets, his 2 pets too. Like, great. You can just use that to face tank the towers or clear. Oh man. I'm glad to see he got a nerf.
Shift.
Why were you seem so worried about that?
No, I was trying to say it is going to get a shift.
Why were you seem so worried about that?
No, I was trying to say it like the beginning of Shibalanke.
Like Shift-a-Lanke. Shift-a-lotta.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna say some other word, like remove the F right here in shift. Like he's getting ished on.
I didn't do it well, but that's what I was attempting to do.
Okay.
He's getting his increased attack speed is going up on his ultimate.
We're buffing his buff.
And his movement speed
early
is going
game
up at lower ranks.
Yeah, so this is for the non-aspect specifically. For non-aspect and aspect, Shibalanke are doing not so great. So we want to give a little bit of love, not a ton of love, and especially not all the time. So the ulti, when you want to utilize that well, your buff is going to get a little bit better early to mid game. Yeah. You can see the late game numbers are exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's like 8, 6, 4, 2, and then nothing.
Exactly.
Right? So. And then aspect of the Night Stalker.
Okay, so this is the shift. This is important because honestly, let's like go all the way to that one bullet point where it says this ability no longer resets the cooldown of poison darts. That was sick. I'm so glad.
Let's go. Hey yo, pinch poke, you owe me a Coke. Both of you guys. Yo, y'all better give me a Coke. Oh, that's a great nerf right here. Ooh. Yeah, because he already did a lot of dot damage with the poison darts alone. And then ulting just to get the poison darts again. That was a lot of freaking damage. It's gone. It's gone. Bye-bye. Sayonara, suckers. He did get an increased ability damage buff, though, on his ult. From 10 to 22 is now 14 to 30. Okay. Increased scaling on his 1, branching bola, and increased damage. That's just the aspect, though. From 70 to 150, 75 to 175. So a little bit in the early game, and then a lot more in the late game. Increased scaling, 45% strength, plus 65% intelligence. It is now 55% strength, plus 75% intelligence. So 10% on both. Damn, okay. That's the shift, huh? So it's a more focus on the 1, using the 1. Since the 2 won't be able to be used back to back. Like, all right, we're removing this. This is the big pain point people were having. We made a decision. It's gone. Counterbalance, boom. Use your 1. You do way more damage now. And you have a lot more scaling. So we'll see how it turns out.
We both stuck with it. That was awesome. Yes. So this is a big one. When this was first created, this seemed like, honestly, kind of like a fun little thing to do. It's like, oh, you can 2-4-2, and that's cool. Turns out, it's only fun for, like, the Shibalanke. Like,
yes. Yes.
It's not that great.
For one person. That's it.
Like, he has an entirely new ability with his branching bola. Yeah. Like, that's where the focus kind of should be. So, you know, the ultimate is getting a pretty heavy nerf with that, but I think one that should just make him feel less frustrating. And the increased ability damage is going up. That's, you know, the valve that we want to play with a bit more. And the first ability, which no one uses anyways, is now hopefully going to be utilized a bit more.
Okay, that makes sense. We're just trying to get it away from that burst of 2-4-2.
Yeah, that's not the aspect, right? The aspect should be playing him ability based, playing him with his new 1 more.
Yeah. Okay. And I believe that's it for gods because we went through alphabetically.
Yep.
I have a very important question before we go into items. What's going on with Uller? I feel like Uller's just running rampant.
Okay. you catch me out of left field here. So Uller is doing good. He is still doing good, and we did nerf him last patch with a target nerf for his 1 to not go through walls, which is pretty big, and the Hydra's Lament was people are like, was that just a nerf for Uller? Kinda. It was brought up for Uller, Jingwei utilized as well, and range characters as a whole. He's still doing well. We're gonna
not
continue
only for
monitoring,
melee,
especially with the
good
attack damage and
it should be
damage like splits. So there's a lot of different itemization that changed as well. But I mean, I felt the wrath of Uller. I think it's mostly been jungle Ullers actually that have been hitting me hard. But we'll continue to monitor stats, and if they continue to be good, then we will probably see him in the next patch.
Okay. Well, we have a lot of items to talk through. Maybe some of these items will further.
Uller still does a frick ton of damage, man.
A little bit.
Okay.
A lot.
Back to
as soon as you land the axe, boom, the stun. It's a wrap. Game over. Good luck. You lost about a third of your HP with that one ability, and now you're about to lose the rest of it with the rest of his kit. Bye. An excellent Uller is a freaking menace, dog. Like, there's no escaping him whatsoever. Good luck, man. You can try to dodge it. It won't work because they're excellent Uller, right? Like, that's what makes them excellent. They land all their stuff all the time, every time, without fail. Good luck.
Balance here. Sorry for the interlude.
Okay.
Blinking Abyss has been fixed. You can no longer use this item while crippled.
So this is the blink upgrade, and
This should never have been a thing. I don't know why. Maybe it's for bugs, right? Whenever you're crippled, you're supposed to do nothing. Everything. You can't do Nathan. And though only a few characters can cripple, when they do cripple, I would expect them to be crippled and no other ability to be used while the cripple is in effect, right? So how did Combat Blink make you cripple immune? Is that why people got it, perhaps? I don't know. Quite interesting.
I think this just kind of matches parity in a way. It gives you a movement, and now if you're crippled, you can no longer use that movement.
Yep.
Simple as that.
Makes sense. Bumba's Golden Dagger and Bumba's Cudgel. We have increased the minion damage reduction from 25% to 40%. And then at level 1, minus 1.5% per level. So realistically,
it's a shift. But what this is saying is that, like, okay, there are still a lot of laners using both of these jungle-based starter items,
and that's not what we want.
That's not really what we want. We could say,
yeah, because I saw an ADC using that. I was confused, perplexed, like, huh? Why are you using that? And then I thought it through, and I was like, oh, okay, you just want to clear faster in your own jungle. You know, that actually makes sense. I never thought about it. I see your point. Holy moly.
I think we want some level of flexibility, but that's not really what's intended. There's been a lot of pitches on, like, other ways or even more ham-fisted ways to address this issue. There is a valve and a mechanism here to balance this, so let's utilize that a bit more. But we also wanted to take this opportunity to make this feel less punishing for the...
All right, you guys, you're about to watch 180 seconds of ads.
2-minute
Don't
warning.
forget you can use your Prime sub to skip through them.
Thank you, Charlie, for letting the Twitch people know. 2-minute warning. Feel free to stick around and support the channel by watching the ads. If not, I understand. See you when the ads are over or whenever you return. I will also be taking a break myself, so you all don't miss anything. So, a minute and a half left.
Like, once you get to the point where you need to make this feel less punishing for the junglers later in the game.
Trying to clear waves.
Exactly. Like, once you get to the point where you're level 20 and you've got fire giant minions kind of coming against you, like, it shouldn't feel continuously punishing. That was never the intent. So it's a shift. It's a pretty heavy nerf to the early to mid game, and it ends up being actually a buff to the late game for those starter items. Hopefully getting hunters to utilize them a little bit less.
Okay. Erendite, decreased strength, going down by 10.
Numby was too big. Numby go down.
Why don't you just lock it by roll? I guess they don't want to do that. But I think a lot of issues could be fixed if you just did that, especially with starters. Maybe starters could be the one exception. Like, all right, these items are for this type of character, all right? No one else can use them. Boom, easy.
It's a big number.
Yeah, it was a big number.
Yeah. Titan's Bane, decreased strength, going down by 10.
Titan's Bane has probably been one of the best strength
really?
items in the game for a very long
Yes.
time, and the strength to intelligence parity number. I mean, sure, the gold cost I think was off by like 50, but it wasn't quite the same. So we took this opportunity to address, as Bobby would say, some of these strength struggle items are too broken. So let's reduce a little bit of their power.
More like all of them. Maybe all of them. Not just some of them. And junglers, man, they get all the love in the world. Meanwhile, supports just got... I don't even have a button for a sound effect for that one. They just get this. Nothing. I can't say nothing, right? Damn near nothing. There. I corrected myself. Damn near nothing. Love all on these junglers. Love on all these ADCs. Like, mid is like neutral. Mages, like, they just like get ignored. But not the same type of ignored that supports do, right? Because they're also damage dealers. So then warriors get some neglection. Full on neglect for supports though. Like supporters front lines, who gives up about them? Not me. Not us, not I. Okay, let me go take my break too. I'll be right back. And we back? Yeah, we back. Let's do this.
Coming up next, we have Kinsblade.
Here
Oh,
comes
Chin!
I'm
Yeah,
just
so
going to scroll down and
Kinsblade
read
and
the whole thing.
Chinny chin chin. Okay. Remove the current method for determining damage. Okay. Removed the anti-heal component on this item. Okay. It now deals damage based on a mixture of targets' base health and the target's item health. So 1.5% of the target's base health and 3% of the target's item health. So we're gonna have to know these well, even more so now. It was always a percent health damage dealing item. Wasn't it like max health? Like the cutoff was 2700, if I remember correctly, back in Smite 1. So you wanted to get to 2700 health and never higher. Because the more health you had, the more percentage damage Chin's Blade did. I think it was like 7% at max. It would like scale up. Boom. So this is a great item against tanks. Now, it's not if I have more health than you do more damage to me. Now it's 1.5% of my base health. And then 3% of items health. So I guess it got split up into two. Instead of just one whole like health pool, now there's two pools it picks from, so to speak.
Let's do Soul Reaver as well because they're both being hit by the same spot.
Okay, so we have removed the current method for determining damage. We have removed the anti-heal component on Kin's Blade. We are now dealing damage based on a mixture of the target's base health and the target's item health.
Yes.
So it does 1.5% of the target's base health and 3% of the target's item health. Soul Reaver, instead, against the change, it's getting 15 more intelligence.
Okay.
And it will do damage based on 1% of base health and 2% of item health.
Yeah, so effectively
Per tick.
we're making we're taking Chin's Blade, taking Soul Reaver, and using this time to just re-identify exactly what they are and keeping this simple, which is if people are opting into health or if people are healthier, you buy these to kind of knock that down, regardless of your health pool. Now, there's not a case where that should actually matter anymore. If you're a squishy, even if you're a tank and you want to knock other people's and go an offensive option, you now have the ability to do so because it's not going to be comparing your stats to their stats. It is just, hey, how healthy is that person? If more, let's do some damage to them.
Cool.
Okay, good. That's what it was before, though. I don't know why they changed it to have your own health pool be into the equation. Oh my gosh, that was so freaking goofy. Because the squishies would do a frick ton of damage just because of their health pool being added into the equation. What does my own health pool as a squishy have to do with me wanting to do more damage to them? It should be reflective on their own stuff, you know? But that was just a lot of love that they got. Holy motherfucker. Some things are going back. Maybe the pendulum is swinging back towards the middle. That'd be the best case scenario. One could only hope, though. We'll see. We'll see how things play out. Hope is not a strategy.
Also, we are making some changes to anti-heal items.
Yeah.
Okay. Divine Ruin removed existing anti-heal logic on this item. Increase healing reduction applied from your abilities or attacks from 0 to 25%. Does not stack with God anti-heal. Increase healing reduction applied from the chain lightning 0 to now 25. Okay, it's flat. Decrease the intelligence from 95 to 85. You could have put it at like 70. Maybe they might nerf it again. Who knows? I think 70 is a good number. 85 is still a little bit high. Stygian Anchor 2.
So I'm going to go through these one at a time. So Divine Ruin, we have removed the existing anti-heal logic, and we have now added healing reduction when you damage with abilities or attacks from 0 to 25%. It does not stack with God anti-heal. So
that's the big bullet point.
If a God has the built-in 25% anti-heal as part of one of their abilities, this does not stack on top of that. The maximum that you can be anti-healed as a God is 25%.
Exactly.
And we have increased the healing reduction applied from the chain lightning, so that will also apply 25%, and it's going to have 10 fewer intelligence on it.
Yes. So I would say let's just keep going through the next two.
And then Stygian Anchor will now echo more healing back to you. We have removed the movement speed slow. Is it really an anchor anymore? And we
Still
have
got the attack speed slow, I believe.
Sure. And we have increased the healing reduction applied from your attacks or abilities from 0 to 25%.
Okay.
And Brawler's Beat Stick has
Brawlers.
been improved. It now has the same 25%
Exactly.
healing reduction.
But in kind
this
of a
is
new
your
passive
strength
here.
option
Mhm.
if you are a
Yes.
strength user.
Outside of like Avenging Blade, which has the soft anti-heal option.
Yes.
Yeah.
And while you are in
Don't really
combat,
want
you will get 2% strength, 2% intelligence, and 2% protections every 1.5 seconds up to 5 stacks. You will
Mhm.
lose 1 stack every 0.5 seconds out of combat.
Yes. So these are the 3 new quote-unquote anti-heal options. I think the big bullet point, like we talked about on Wednesday, we're talking about here, is that if you have another source of anti-heal, these do not stack. If you have 2 items here, they won't stack. If you have a god in an item, they won't stack. These are all using the same type of application and the same strength and the same duration. So,
Yeah.
there's been a lot of clamor for anti-heal. There's been a lot of clamor for like, hey, how can we have options to kind of deal with it that aren't just based in the match lobby? This is the answer towards this. Like, we're okay with this level of anti-heal. It shouldn't feel so oppressive that like every game, if you see like, an Aphrodite or
The
someone who
healers.
hasn't even built
Yeah.
into like a supportive option, that you feel the need to buy anti-heal. But if you want to shut that down a little bit more, it's going to take a little bit of investment to do so. Like we see nerfs here, right? We're seeing Stygian and Anchor and Divine Ruin getting small nerfs while they're getting this anti-heal buff. So they're going to be
I always go for 'em.
by themselves, but they have a more aligned purpose now.
Awesome.
I think having anti-heal is whenever a healer god is present is always effective. Always beneficial. Like, why would you not? That's just me and my philosophy, my way of thinking. Like, oh, I see one healer, bam, I'm getting an anti-heal. Don't care if I need it or not. Need it. Do I need it? No. I just go for it every time. Boom. Easy. Easy business decision. Easy.
Ragnarok's Wake. We have replaced the placeholder sound effects.
Yeah. I think this was just like we had some issues with sound effects, and Callan got to them and made them better.
Awesome.
Okay.
And
Is that
that
the
is the balance?
I think that's pseudo fire giant item that turns you to a meteor. Whoops. I think it's that one. Surtur. Pseudo Surtur. Oh, that one. I was blanking out on his name.
That we have overviewed.
We've done it.
We've done
We
it.
figured it out.
Game
Oh, that was it?
Just-
That was pretty short. Only 30 minutes. Not even, because 5 of them get cut off. 25 minutes of just balance. Okay. Pretty short one.
Immediately look at that, I see sad frog.
Oh.
Q&A afterwards.
Rip-
Yeah, so
rip the pawn
that is the
Okay.
balance that's coming in this update.
Yes.
We are, someone wants to hear the sound for Ragnarok. I'm sorry, I don't have the client updated on this computer right now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would jump in and show you.
Oh, dang.
Or
Is it like that?
if,
I don't know.
if Kellen is watching, maybe we can just.
Ah, man. There goes. Custom sound effect.
No, I think it's hopefully a good balance patch. Hopefully, I don't think the game is too far off from being in a good balance state. So I think that some
people
of these tweaks are.
generally been pretty happy. The anti-heal pass kind of coming in has been like one of the stronger points here. I know there's still some murmurs on the larger balance passes that we still want to do. That there was still on the table. I know Pawn's on here every time talking about how we do want to do quite a bit of things. But those will come with time, and I think we're feeling pretty good with where we're at now.
Awesome.
Pawn's Patch of Terror.
There is Pawn is reminding us that the temp genie voice is still in the game.
Yeah.
So he is the genie saying.
Pawn's
fight.
got voice credits.
Yes, which is kind of funny.
Oh, damn. He's the genie?
Let's see. So
yeah, are we on to Q&A
I think
time,
we are
or is
now
there-
on to Q&A. I don't think I have anything else on my to-do list that we need to talk about. So we've talked about this balance overview. If you want the written version of this, I believe it should be up at smiteprime.com now.
Heck yeah.
So if you want to look at the balance notes in a little more detail and share with your friends and whatnot, you can go to
Grill 'em,
smiteprime.com.
chat. Let me see what y'all asked.
Reminding that Smite Prime itself is on this weekend.
Yeah, the NA Conquest tournament, I
There it
believe, is
is.
this weekend.
Excuse me, who?
If Hindu Man can confirm, but I believe that is the thing that is this weekend. So check it out.
Yeah.
Always fun to have some esports to watch.
Let's see,
What's
chat,
the
what you
mannequin's name and how do I address him in the future? This is Manny.
There we go.
Manny.
got. Manny the Mannequin.
He's a god.
true. God of stoicism.
Let's go.
Could we anyway to quickly see if a god has anti-heal built into their kit? Maybe. I don't exactly know how we would reflect that. And it's very easy to put like too much stuff into the game and overwhelm people with like too much information up front. You know, it's really a relatively handful of gods that have it. I think every god should have it in their ability descriptions, but just like a quick reference way. I don't know. Something we could think about.
Sobek 3.
Uh,
Fenrir 3.
John Titanforge. I don't know why that's so funny.
What are the specific base stat buffs on Sun Wukong? Do you know what they are off the top of your head?
There were so many different components. I'm not going to remember exactly the numbers, but it was just like the biggest ones by far were the per level HP increases and a little bit of prots, I think, per level as well.
Okay.
But it is really aligning them to him to be similar to other, bruiser style characters like Bologna.
Okay.
Warriors!
Well, before I think he was maybe even in the mage numbers.
I will say warriors till the day I die.
It goes up to a 200 late game increase.
Don't play by rules. Classic.
Which is big.
Yeah. Plus, and when you factor in protections as well, right? Then
yeah, it's even more effective HP. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So he'll be more tankier on his base form.
Is being able to charge Merc ult but not Athena Len one intended? I'm not sure what you mean.
There was a question of, will this patch fix the stuttering caused by the last patch? The main source of stuttering that was introduced in the last update was...
Don't worry, we're good.
Was tied to healing numbers.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So if certain items, like if you gave yourself lifesteal and attacked a wave or war flag or things that caused a lot of healing numbers to pop up on your screen rapidly, would cause performance issues. That has been addressed for this update. It's possible there's another source that is affecting some people. Okay. But the main reason that we have found for what was happening there, we have addressed. We also have added healing number summing in this patch.
Yeah,
so
that's awesome.
Most of the time, healing will
Huge.
be a single number that kind of counts up the way that works instead of having 800 ones appear on your screen because it's a little bit overwhelming.
Sachi goes, hey, Clumsy, how does it feel betraying your biggest supporter? And it's funny because before you even said it, I went, well, I didn't.
Damn, more BS, brother. Oh my gosh. That's unfortunate. Let me know when you return.
Betray Zelron, and then he's in chat also saying I didn't betray him, so he knows. It's good.
I wonder when they're gonna drop that update on the Windows thing that they showed on the Wednesday show as well. I'm waiting for that, for their whole explanation on it. Will do, Roger.
I've been noticing with instant cast on Artio, sometimes I'm asked to confirm my dash other abilities, and sometimes I'm not. Is it a bug or intended? Instant cast with Artio, sometimes to confirm my other dash and abilities. I'd have to have a look at that. Honestly, being a stance swapper, there's probably some complications there. So I'd be curious if whatever issue you're having is similar to the other stance swappers. I know that we have to be very careful because when we test some of those abilities, it's everyone has their different, actually, this is probably a benefit, is that everyone has different cast styles themselves. Like, I know I play on normal cast, but other people play on instant cast and quick cast. But, it's very easy to kind of, for whoever's working on that character, to kind of miss the one that they're not working on. So we can have a look at that one specifically. I don't remember hearing about that too much, but I'm sure it is an issue.
Yeah, I'm on normal too, man.
Player profile page.
Normal or instant, that's it.
It's one of the things on our very long list of things that we would like to get done.
And instant is only for super specific abilities that I want to be instant. Other than that, it's just normal. I tried quick. I was like, I noticed nothing here. There's no difference between regular, normal, and quick. Supposed to be quicker, but to me, it looks the same. I don't know. What was the next one? I don't even know. Because there's 4 options. I know that. There's normal, quick, instant, and then the missing one. I don't know what it is.
Is it the next thing that we are going to get done? Certainly not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to have kind of detailed account level stats and detailed, detailed information.
I was going to come way later.
In bush. Okay, wait, there we go. So I'm either you didn't say that before or I completely misread you, but you're saying that either well, I'm not going to go back and try and call you out, but you can do Merc ult. No, I mean, I think if you're probably shouldn't be able to charge if you're charging an ability inside Stealth Grass, you probably should become revealed. That is likely the intention. So I'd just make a note and see what's going on there.
I'm supposed to shout out Jit.
Besides, you're not even CC immune while charging the ult. You're only CC immune when you do the dash. If you're CC immune. I don't play Merc that much, man. He and I probably will never see eye to eye. And that's fine.
For outplaying people rummaging around for the patch notes. I don't. I'm supposed to shout out Jithens for outplaying people rummaging around for the patch notes. I don't exactly know what happened, but
nice, good shit. Good stuff.
Good job, Jithens.
Good job.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Jithens.
Who's a quick caster? I'm a quick caster.
Yeah, quick cast is I'm not sure if this is true for everyone, but for me, whenever I play on controller, I think quick cast is the best setting. On keyboard and mouse, I think it's very different based on how you play.
I started using quick cast when I was playing more on console.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I started playing the game on PC, and then around when we came out on PS4, I started playing more on PS4 because I was involved in that and trying to like make sure it was a good product. And yada yada yada. And then I like taught myself to play with quick cast on abilities there and whatnot. And and now I just use quick cast everywhere. I like it better. Our West Coast server is still off the table. The higher ping does not feel good from California. So I would say they aren't forever off the table as having a separate West Coast server region. But in general, we think it's healthier that all the players are playing together on the servers that are best for the majority of the player base. We found historically that it is ultimately more of a net win for like every metric that we can look at to just have more people on a region, even if some of them have slightly worse performance, than to try and split people into more regions where they have slightly better performance. I lived in California and played on the Smite 1 servers here for years.
Yeah.
And I agree that it's not the most responsive thing ever, but it was totally playable, right? I think that and we have.
He's probably in the 20%. That chatter guy. He's in the West Coast. Probably a smaller player base there than wherever they have their current servers now. So addressing the 80% will yield better results than addressing the 20%. That's how I'm seeing it.
Continue to look at alternative server locations. We've explored siting servers in Chicago. We've explored siting servers in Dallas. We've explored siting servers in pretty much any major server city that you can think of in America. But all of our data suggests that our current server location is the best server location for the majority of our player base.
Yeah.
Because if we move it to, if we move the servers to Dallas, then we are making the servers worse for a percentage of our player base. If we move it to, anywhere we move it, it's going to make it worse for some people and better for others.
Yeah.
So this is kind of the best.
It's a tough one.
The best trade-off that we can do right now. It doesn't mean that things won't change in the future when we find a better solution. But for right now, this is the best solution.
More money.
Oh, Bobby, maybe you shouldn't have left me in Georgia. That was messed up, bro.
You gotta invest too if you want
Can we
something.
get some type of update for any plans on Ranked Joust, please? We have no plans for Ranked Joust at this point in time. Ranked Joust was an extremely unpopular mode. I understand that there are quite a few vocal Ranked Joust people that come to chat relatively frequently. But
Only a few.
Very small queue in Smite 1, and splitting our Joust population to have a very small queue that
Even
will either
smaller.
not fire certain times of day, most likely, or will
Not worth it.
just probably have worse matchmaking because it's fewer people in the queue. It's not a net positive. I think that more of a positive potentially could be one of the things we've talked about in the past is turning Joust into kind of like a hybrid queue where once you hit a certain like hidden
Then it like
MMR,
auto,
then
like gives you a rank or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I've seen that in more and more in games nowadays. Actually,
So I mean, like something like that maybe we could do, but I don't think having a separate ranked joust queue is high on our list of priorities. It's because it's not on our list of priorities at all.
That'd be a waste
I
of
don't wanna
resources
reward you. I
and
keep seeing
time,
you say the
effort,
same thing.
money, energy, everything. Just no. No positive ROI in that. Just all negatives.
Put the word thing in there, and then I have to reply. But I don't want to give you that response. But yeah, Squan, Broomstick, maybe. Yeah, I'm not even gonna give you a full response. One day. I hear you. I see you.
Let's see. I'm just making a note here. Oh, I forgot. I made myself a note. I was looking at my bank statement the other day, and
I'm so curious where this is going.
And I was like, "What? Why am I being charged for a Game Pass subscription? I thought I canceled my Game Pass subscription." And then I remembered that I had signed up for a Game Pass trial on one of the work Xboxes to test something out with a new account, and I never turned it off.
Oh, there you go.
I had a note to myself to turn off my Game Pass subscription on the work Xbox. So
I think I just got hit up by like Spotify saying they increased my charge.
Rip. Can we get SR added to post game screen after ranking? Yeah, that just disappeared at some point.
Yeah,
we're looking into getting
that a little bit before. We looked at it again.
Yeah.
This, I think Kilgoon's been on here saying like the end of match lobby needs a little bit of work and some love, and I think this is one of the things that's like at some period of time just slipped through the cracks. Yeah. Literally, it just disappeared at one point. Yeah. Even we were like, wait a second, what?
I fully admit I'm not a ranked player in any game, not just Smite. Like I just don't like that environment.
Sure.
Like I like the kind of like I play games for a competitive outlet, but I'm not trying to go pro, and I don't want to be in that environment. That's my personal opinion on it. So because of that, I have not run into this issue because I don't.
I run into it all the time, and then I write it down, then I forget to say anything about it. But I put it down somewhere, and then again, there's still so many things on the list. It's not like
everyone's a bot except for you, right? Everyone's not good. They should all uninstall, right? That kind of environment. You can never please them. People think they're all better than the next person.
The UI team
I get it.
Are waiting for things to do.
Bunch of throwers, two feeders. Like, really? I just saw you kick ass on a previous game. Now you're on my team and you're all of a sudden atrocious. Make that make sense. Either you really are atrocious and you got really lucky on that last game, or you're throwing on purpose. I always assume that they're throwing because I've seen games from other streamers in which they were just blatantly ghosting, sniping, throwing, going after the streamer. So I'm just gonna assume that's what it is, man. I know y'all some play hating ass bitches. That's it. No benefit of the doubt for you. None. You had your chance. I witnessed it happen in live 4K. And like, nah, y'all ain't ish, man.
Literally have been working on just like a list of all the things for them to do.
And then I feel bad because I just send them some more like just like small quality of life things, and it's like, oh jeez.
Like, yeah.
Rona, it's still on the list.
Here's this pile of stuff to do that you already have on your plate. Now, guess what? Here's more. And more. And more. And more. And the work never ends.
So sorry that it's taken so long, but I will poke the team again on that one. It's not entirely in my hands, so I can't help there.
Joke's on me. The casuals are way more competitive than the ranked players. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Just the way I live my life.
Is there a reason why Vulcan can't buy mods wherever in the lane? Surely it could be done.
I've thought of this because it's really annoying to me when I leave base and I didn't buy.
Yes.
I forgot.
Yes, especially in Assault. Oh my god, you have to die in order to go back. That's happened to me many times. Goodness gracious, like, Frick, I forgot to buy a mod. Oh, great. Now I have to go back to base so I can buy the freaking mod, which doesn't cost anything. It's just an upgrade on your passive. Like, why do I have to be restricted to be only at the base, at the fountain? I'm glad they brought this up. Oh my gosh, that's happened to me so many times. I can't even count. I've forgotten all the times that that's happened. I do remember it happening though, because oh boy, you noticed it. Like, god damn. And then especially when your teammates tell you like, hey, Vulcan, have you bought mods? You're like, I forgot that even existed. Yes, that's happened to me too. Shows you how much I play Vulcan. That's right. This guy has mods that you can evolve and upgrade. All right. Thank you, man. That's funny. Great topic they brought up. Thank you, chat. Y'all, W for that one.
Yeah, I mean, I think the passive text could probably be more obvious, but also it's like, yeah, I mean, okay, I just think the comparison is odd because it's like, can it use the same logic as Ratatoskos Acorns? Ratatoskos not in the game yet, so like that's not logic that we have in Smite 2.
Oh, it can use the same logic as Chang'e, and a bunny can run them out to you.
So,
yeah.
In terms of like that bullet point, like that doesn't even exist yet. And then in terms of like another bullet point, it's like, yeah, well then, you know, why doesn't everyone just buy items wherever they want? Why, like, okay, but now if we're talking about Vulcan specifically, like Kilgun said, is the issue more so that like people are forgetting and our way of emphasizing that isn't good enough, or is that actually like a buff that Vulcan himself should have, even if it is very, very clear, right? And those are two different bullet points that we need to be careful about. I'm sure you guys know that's not what I meant. No, I actually had no idea. You literally said compared one thing to a god that doesn't exist yet. And we don't have that tech yet.
Did we see that the Brazilian Pantheon won the recent community poll? I did not, but I'm not super surprised. I think that there's some cool Brazilian gods that we have not addressed, and I think there was some really great conversation in the community about Brazilian gods and concepts and like what
Brasileiros
could look like. So I think that it's a cool idea. You know, we not 100% committed to what the next new god is going to be. It's something we can look at. I think I mentioned this on a previous
no new god needed yet.
Titan Talk. But I loved there was an Incan god.
Yes,
it's not Brazilian.
It was,
but I loved the Incan Axomama, goddess of potatoes concept. That was fun. So I think there's a lot of fun stuff that we can do. We definitely look at what the community is suggesting.
That was so cool.
Right now our priority is still on bringing over classic gods because we have a lot of highly demanded classic gods.
God of potatoes. It's got to go up there.
God of potatoes pretty good. I had a potato for lunch. So
there we go.
Potato throwing basic attack. Or French fries if it's a ranged character.
Hey, Clumsy, big fan. I know you like Smite Cart. Can we have Nike? It's like the sports references.
Yeah.
It's so messed up. No.
How does it request to get more pandas in Smite?
I don't know if I showed you this. I think we were looking at. I don't know if we've released it yet. One of the. I'm just gonna say this: a teleporter VFX. I think we've even showed it, but I'm not gonna say it out loud just in case. That was in dev, and I just basically just replied to. I just sent Veronica a message. I'm like, "Hey, Veronica, can we get more pandas in the game?" And she's like, "Oh, for any reason specifically?" I'm like, "No, we just have a lack of pandas." But I'm like, everyone loves pandas. This is me saying it out loud, and to you, Kilgoon, if there's ever a chance where we get pandas, I think it just makes sense.
Bring them in.
I think it's just a winning move.
I was trying to pull up. Somebody said, I hope the next god is a warrior. Next god's not a warrior. Next god obviously
is the roadmap, right?
We've done the roadmap. So
MILF.
We have Neja coming out on Tuesday. Then
Tomorrow.
Tuesday we will have Morgan Le Fay.
Exciting.
Then 2 weeks from that we will have Charon.
Not Chiron, but Charon.
Yep.
And then 2 weeks from that we will have Gilgamesh.
Gilgoose.
That's the first Smite 1 warrior that will be on the list, and we're working on it.
Yeah, I was in Captain Twig's chat earlier, and he was like, "Oh, it's cool that like Gilgamesh is coming out, but like, where are the other staple warriors?" And I'm like, "There's always the thing with everyone's like, he's like Kukulane, it's like okay, double models is a bit hard. Like Tyr, it's like okay, well, Tyr would be cool. We've got the knockups and movement. We have to be careful. It's okay. There's Vamana. It's like okay, but how many of you really want Vamana?
Yeah, facts. And where's Ravana? You should have never changed him to an assassin. He should have remained a warrior. Ravana will forever be a warrior for me. He's a warrior through and through. Even though people played him as a jungler because he was so effective, because they took advantage of his warrior stats, his tankiness, his bruiser style. He did a lot of damage too, had a lot of survivability and mobility, and he could just stick to you like white on rice. So because many people played him that way, he was super, super effective. They switched him to a jungler. Wrong button. Should have never done that. I understand why they did it though. Although Warrior Ravana, R.I.P.
Jetpack Cat being added to Overwatch. Let's add a god who can do the same thing.
I haven't looked at have they showed their kits off and stuff?
Yeah, they showed
I
off,
haven't looked at it into big detail yet.
I think that the way that they framed that was a little bit odd.
The fact that it's just called Jetpack Cat?
No. They were like, oh, we're releasing 5 gods because we've gotten a lot faster at making gods.
That's what they said? Oh.
But we're going back to doing 1 god a patch after, or 1 god a season after this.
Which is that slower than
No, it's the same as they were doing.
Oh, okay.
But it's like clearly they just banked 5 gods to do this big Overwatch no longer 2 release moment. I'm just like, I don't know why they felt like they needed to come up with an explanation for why there are 5 gods. Like, it was just a weird messaging thing.
Yeah.
Probably something most people don't really notice, but like,
but
because I came from the marketing side and I thought a lot about this stuff, Killian just hating.
They used to have
no, dude. I wish nothing but like the best.
But they're saying they used to have 1 god every 2 seasons. So...
Oh, was it 1 every 2 seasons? Oh,
so is this the 5 drop and then faster?
Okay, all right.
Okay.
I missed that part. I missed that it was going to be faster.
Can't confirm nor deny. I haven't.
I don't know what's going on.
Jetpack Cat.
I'm clueless here.
Shouldn't have had. Don't they have like names for them? Like, why is it just called Jetpack?
I don't know.
No lore.
I love cats, so, and I love jetpacks, I guess.
You know what? I think it's just a rip-off of Jetpack Fighter.
Ah, yeah. You know, like a jetpack's kind of like a cart that flies, right?
I feel like the Soul Reaver change is a nerf. Can you explain how it's not? I think that probably ultimately, yes, it does make it deal less damage most of the time, right? But
yeah, it can. I mean, you have to get really down to details of the numbers specifically, but it also depends on like what you're doing. For example, if you have Soul Reaver and then you buy a Jade Scepter or 1 item with health, you've already nerfed yourself in a way that's not almost really intentional for the way we want. Like, it kind of restricted you in ways that weren't really our goal. Like, our goal really is if someone's healthier, then you buy these items to kind of counter that health. But yes, I mean, if you just take the base, if you're a complete squishy with no health items and you're taking a tank who's bought a lot of tank items, and I think it is a little bit of a damage decrease, but like the utility and the quality of life and the simplification of where we're at now with both Chin Size and Soul Reaver is better. And those are just, that's kind of the foundation. That's what matters. And then we can tune the numbers accordingly, right? It would be more rough to do this and then kind of find more balanced numbers that ends up being even stronger. But also, this is a kind of like a buff to characters who do build any level health. If you're a bruiser or you're a tank yourself, and you know, even in non-conquest game modes, this is just a better item. You can splash this in with maybe like a Stone of Binding or a Void Stone and be doing, you know, being pretty effective. Now, whether people like that kind of gameplay is a whole separate question. But it does allow for a different.
What about Heartseeker?
Helleron, your issue with the item shop on Xbox, are you on Split Shop or are you on which version of the shop are you using? Because I'll take a look at that later today. I'm doing some other stuff on console this afternoon anyway.
Would there be a rank
Heartseeker and Soul Reaver are
similar?
similar.
Duel's not getting one.
One's for strength and one's for
I mean, I would
intelligence.
like to have rank systems for, you know, for both of them.
And Arena?
No, but I think that like Duel is supposed
more
to
of
be
a
competitive game, right?
Like that would be like the opposite, where it is only ranked.
I'll take a look at that.
1v1.
Okay. I've made a note.
Chin's Bologna should definitely be better. Exactly.
Chin's Bologna and Brawler's Bologna. She's still remaining my Achilles heel. God damn. Anytime I see her, like, Rick, man. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. If she's not there, then it's Jormusi, and I'm like, great. Which one's worse? This guy gets like free damage all the time. She just sticks to you like white on rice. Never win.
Is a bug where spots on the item shop becoming unclickable getting fixed? If we can get more information on that one, I've actually poked, I think, the ambassadors for more of a more repro case on that one. We've noticed this one. It's just incredibly hard to track down. I don't know if we've made strides on this patch specifically, but we are aware of it and we know it's frustrating. It has definitely happened to me before. So if you guys have any more information specifically on when the item store ends up being it's also like specific items or like dead spots on the store or something like that.
Yes, I've had that happen to me too. When I hover over an item to try and finish buying it or start buying it, and I can't. So I have to go into like some weird angle or a lower half, like almost completely onto another one in order for it to be able to highlight so that I can buy it. Like, what the f is that? That's so weird. It started happening I noticed it last patch. I think the patch before then as well. Like, why can't I buy my item? And then trying to deal with that consumes a lot of time too. Especially in the initial cases where you're like, what the fuck? What's going on here? Like, why can't I buy this? And you try to figure it out. You're like, oh, okay, I want to buy this item right here, but it's not highlighted. I don't know why. I'm right dead center. And why do I have to go like down here? Now it's highlighted. Okay, now I can buy it. All right, okay, let's go. I just lost like 10 seconds, 15 seconds trying to figure this issue out. So glad it's not just me. Clumsy has experienced it himself and several other people as well. So I'm glad that they're looking into it. I'm glad they brought it up. There's a forefront of the mind, awareness. They are looking into it, so hopefully it gets fixed sooner than later, you know? It's a matter of when now at this point. Because they're also aware.
It's an odd one. Any more information will be super helpful there.
Everyone talks about gods, but are you happy with the rate of skins being added to the game? Skin rate has remained constant while the god pool is ever expanding. I would say our skin rate and our god rate has both remained pretty constant. Generally speaking, we do, one god, 2 travelers, and maybe something extra every update. And that's kind of what we're staffed to be able to do right now. It's not, we if we want to do more, we can't really do too much more. We would have to prioritize what do less of one thing to do more of the other thing. So
it did have a layoff.
8 skins a patch.
2.
That would be
2 massive layoffs.
Awesome, I guess. I don't know. We used to do just so many skins a patch in Smite 1 that I think that it seems a lot slower. But you have to remember too, we are patching every 2 weeks now. We used to patch once a month towards the end of Smite. So it's still a decent pace. We feel like it's okay.
And they had way more resources. They had way more manpower, more people to be doing all this stuff. Now they don't. Take that into consideration.
Need 30 a patch. Oh geez. Well, sorry about that. Not happening anytime soon.
Mutaba, that is good information. It does help to know it's not just the item shop and it's actually the UI. So the settings button and anything there. So it's like a dead space where you can't click at all. That is good to know because I didn't know that. That's for sure. So like if you're in that item store, let's say I'm just gonna make things up in the middle of your screen, you can't click that item. If you open up the settings menu, it's that spot as well that is unclickable. That is good to know. That is news to me.
So
okay,
it's
yeah.
a dead spot in the store.
Like I'm wondering if like a pause or a UI vote or there's something.
There must be some other UI element.
Yeah, that's like blocking that area. Like that. If you hear any more Mutaba, hit me up directly. Like that's like again, what comes to mind is if you like dying pause votes, surrender votes. If there's something else that's like causing that to happen or not.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because I know it doesn't happen every game, that's for sure.
Yeah.
It's been happening more frequently than not,
that's
though.
Another good question, but
at least for me.
Where it is now. It was about the combat rule, I believe. Wilgis, there it is again. In combat has a very specific clause to it that Pon literally told me before I came on the show. Now I can't fully remember, but I think it's actually in the Brawler's Beat Stick description, so it should actually be there. I don't know if it was there in PTS or not, but I remember he literally showed it to me. So that clause of what exactly in combat is will be there on the description.
What about adding builds on match history? That's something we'd like to eventually. Just
there he goes. Combat is 6 seconds from taking or dealing damage. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I was done.
6 seconds of combat.
Super Bowl predictions. Do you have Super Bowl predictions?
Sports?
He's all like, I don't give a fuck. Language. I don't care about that. I don't give a fornication about that. F all that ish. Didn't the Sea Hags win? Last night we were keeping tabs on it. And what was it, like almost at halftime? It was at 6-0. I was like, wow, I'm glad we missed that ish. You spent like an hour to an hour and a half watching almost 2 quarters, and it's only 6 points. Snooze fest. Yo, that would be boring as hell to me. Of course, it's the Super Bowl. They're going to play super conservative. They're not going to be doing any crazy wild plays. No excitement. Not much, if there's any. Yeah, I'm glad. Now we can just recatch the highlights. And it's probably going to be like, what, 5? Somewhere between 3 to 5 highlight moments. I don't know what the second half was like. If it was anything like the first, total snooze fest.
Who's playing?
It's the Seahawks and the Patriots.
Oh, Patriots. I recognize that name a lot.
Yeah.
Who won last year?
I don't.
Neither of these two teams were on it.
No, I don't remember who won last year.
Was it my homie?
Chat, a lot of people said Seahawks, which makes me want to do the opposite. I want the Patriots to win again because I know they've won a lot.
Well, they used to win a lot back when Tom Brady was the quarterback.
Yeah, that's right.
And Bill Belichick. That's the only time they were great for me. That's the only time I was on that team. I was like, hey, yo, Lord Brady and Bill Belichick are manning this team. They keep winning. Let's go. Of course, I'm always with the people that win. I'm always on the winning team, so I never lose. After they left, I was like, nah. I really like no other team now. And I was like, my interest is gone.
Have been losing a lot for the past few years, and now they've got this new kid, Drake May, and they're
okay,
they're better again.
Why is everyone saying Eagles?
Yeah, they must have won last year. Yeah.
Okay.
The Eagles. The Eagles.
Patriots haven't won in nearly 10 years. That's how you know I'm old.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
Okay. Oh
Nearly.
God,
It was what, like 8?
See, another sign that Chad is not true sports enthusiasts is that the top topic in the sports world right now is NBA trade deadline was yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So all the big basketball trades were coming through, and it was a crazy trade deadline.
Yeah?
Let me tell you. Yeah.
Damn, he calling y'all frauds, chat. Damn. Yo, Kugan was like, nah, man. Y'all ain't real fans. Y'all ain't about it. Y'all ain't ish. Get out of here, you frauds. You fakers. I will expose you. Lift up what's under the skirt. Bam, reveal.
Win next Uller skin. See, I'm asking win next Uller nerf.
Yeah.
We're just not the same.
Parcero.
The hot topic in sports is heated rivalry. Have you seen this? This is like the
No.
Oh, it's a like I think it's like hockey romance show.
Oh,
And
interesting.
it's very very popular with the
What's it
people.
called?
Heated romance.
Heated
rivalry.
Heated rivalry?
Sorry,
Cool.
yeah.
As a Canadian, I feel like anything hockey related, I need to know at least a little bit about.
Oh, he's a Canadian? Hey, clumsy. You gotta have your maple leaf and your syrup. And you're super nice. Hey, buddy. When's Constable Moose Jaw gonna drop for Chiron? Huh? That's what I want to know. That's a funny ass skin. I like it. He's a Canadian elk or like park ranger, I think. Freaking hilarious. His intro is like, "Oh Canada." It's funny. Has some funny lines too.
When are we going into detail for pen changes? When we're ready
When
and
we
when
can.
we are further along. We just understand that there are some things that we would like to change and update.
Damn,
and,
y'all want
know,
it yesterday.
I think that knowing that we are looking at the problem is probably the right level of information right now.
Yes.
Because we're still working through things.
Yeah.
When are we going to see a Smite 2 Super Bowl trailer? Approximately never. So
jeez.
for a couple of reasons. Number
No.
one, they're extremely expensive.
Obscenely so.
How much do you think an ad is this year? Let's just ask. Ad price Super Bowl.
8 million.
Oh, that's a lot. for
A
2025.
million. 100K minimum.
You are right. It's 8 million.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Never mind. I lowballed it. God damn. 8 million for how much? 2 seconds?
Oh, damn. That's pretty crazy. For a 30-second ad,
Damn. 30 seconds.
$8 million. So,
Sheesh.
first off, 8 million is a lot of money.
Yep. Chad, do you have 8 million to pony up to Smite 2? Probably not. Oh my gosh. Are there even 8 million players for Smite 2? Everybody donates $1. I don't even think there's 8 million players of Smite 2. Holy moly. Jeez.
Secondly, the only way that like makes sense as a product, right, is if you think that you appeal to such a wide swath of the people that are watching the Super Bowl.
Who's the one footballer that like? Oh, I should know his name. We talked about him before.
Yeah.
Like, was it the Vamana skin?
He was a
that,
Vamana skin.
Oh yeah, I don't remember his name.
No, Schultz.
Oh no, that's
different.
Dalton Schultz.
Dalton
Yeah.
Schultz. He played. I remember him and Rathan would talk about like they'd play Smite together and stuff like that. And that was cool.
He's still really good. He was in the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
I think he got injured.
Oh, really?
And then his team lost. But yeah, so anyway, $8 million for a 30-second ad. I could spend $8 million a lot more effectively targeting people that maybe are interested in our actual game.
That's
right?
Yep.
You have to be kind of like a mass market consumer product or a movie or
Mhm.
something like that for it to really make sense. Like a car, a beer, chips, like things like that every American is going to be interested in
Yeah.
for 8 million to possibly math out for you. Either that or you're like a crypto scam, that could maybe work out for you.
Yeah, or rug pull. I mean, I think we could use that 8 million and turn that into Smite card funds personally, but
See, think about it. With $8 million, think about how many cars we could give away.
approximately one cart.
Smite at FIFA World Cup confirmed. Also not going to be a part of the FIFA World Cup, but they will be in Atlanta. So
cool.
the World Cup games are going to be at. Did you know this? Sorry, last sports topic. I'm going to move away from sports for the rest of today. The arenas or the stadiums for the World Cup, they can't use their names. So instead of being Mercedes-Benz Stadium, it's going to be called Atlanta Stadium. And they have to cover over all of the branding because it's not like FIFA approved.
Right.
It's recognized as that.
Kind of makes sense.
So so at Atlanta Stadium, we will be getting some World Cup.
That sounds
games.
Damn. Interesting. Okay. I know they just won.
Just take a Smite banner to the game. That's funny.
We've got that Adventures banner that's so blind.
There's one in
Have we asked if
California,
Ambassador
right?
would want a guest on Titan Talk? I don't. We've talked about it
Florida?
high level, but we haven't really jumped
People have
into too
mentioned
much.
ambassadors, pros, like
It's a
bunch
little
of
bit
different formats we could do.
a little bit harder for us to do the joint call with Discord, but we can. So it's something that we should probably do eventually. When is Crit getting nerfed? What are your thoughts on Crit?
Crit's doing pretty good right now. I think we have some thoughts on it. That being said, we're also being told that the spectral items are some of the best items in the game too. So I would definitely recommend if you feel like Crit's good, make sure to pick up spectral because you have two options now: one for the physical and one for the magical side too.
Yeah.
But it's always like tank meta, crit meta, like mage meta, right? Like those are always going to be some of the most prevalent ones. So I would say just make sure that
Tank, crit, and mage. Right. Tank meta? When? Have I missed it? Yo, did I miss the boat? Did the bus leave without me? What train did I hop on where there was a tank meta? I haven't seen one. I haven't felt like I was in one. Tank meta? That's a joke, man. That's a joke.
You have the
Holy.
the adequate defenses against crit, but it's it's good, and we are aware of how good it is. But we've also nerfed a lot of high power.
It's an excellent anti-attack speed item too, not just for the anti-crit. If you have a lot of characters that have attack speed in them, or they will build attack speed, boom, get it. Anti-attack speed and specializes in anti-crit. Although just for the anti-attack speed, that's really, really good.
Power items, and I think as you get higher strength, high power being strength, of course, as you have more strength, crit only gets better too. So I saw a lot of people going like, Reaper, Erendite, Oathsworn Spear, high strength into crit. I know that sounds crazy, but then your numbers go wild too. So as those get toned down, you have to be careful too.
Isn't it good because crit's good? It's also good because it's minus 30% attack speed for anybody in the range, and that's actually, I think, most effective before you've built attack speed.
Yeah, true.
So it's at its most effective at the beginning of the game. Oh, this is a good question from Paul.
That's what I was saying to you.
You can delete one god, no consequences. Who is it?
I mean, from Smite 1 or Smite 2, I think the answer for me has always been Bakasura of Amana. I'm just not fond of those. Those are like someone asked me that I think yesterday. Those are the two bottom characters on my list on the totem pole, which I think I know Pon enjoys Bakasura, or maybe both of those. I can't remember. I know a lot of people are saying Baki Kujira, but actually Baki Kujira I think is salvageable in a lot of ways. Like I would be excited to tackle okay, maybe not excited, but I'd be happy to tackle the problem that is Baki Kujira. He's got a really cool aesthetic as well, but like Baka and Vamana do not incite happiness.
All right. I'm gonna give a.
Voting for Giannis. That's so messed up, man.
Who?
Give a.
Voting for Giannis.
Voting for Janice? Damn.
So messed up, man.
Wait, what was the thing?
Paul just goes voting for Giannis since he wants to delete my precious Vamana.
So I was actually about to say Giannis is my answer because no. Okay, I have a fair argument here. Fair argument.
Oh, Janice main right here, I guess. Columby's a Janice main. Oh, I didn't know that. Something new I learned today. Okay. Janice. Either really good or really bad. He can always get away, though. He's super mobile. He's super effective. He has a global useful ult. His presence is always ever present. And when he's really good, he's really good. If he's not really good, then he's really bad. There's like no in-between Janice player. It's one or the other. Two extremes. Like no salvageable middle ground. It does not exist. Either you kill it with Janice, or you're just complete doggy doo-doo as Janice. Oh my gosh. Those are my points for his choice. Who would I choose, man, to get out of here? I don't know. I have to think about it. Someone I really, really don't like. Who would it be? There's a lot. God damn, they either do like so much damage, or they get like free damage, and it's like, oh, well, they're so annoying. Who's the most annoying god to play against? Whoever has the most interrupts in their kit, that's probably it. And I say that, somebody might say, oh, it's a support. No, it's going to be an offensive character. Especially now, how things are with the tank meta.
All right, you guys, you're about to watch 180
It's going to
seconds
be probably
of ads. Don't forget you
an
can
assassin
use your
or
Prime
a
sub to skip through
maid.
them.
ADC? No, not really. Warrior? Nah. I mean, if I say baloney, her only issue is her passive. It's really, really strong and really good. I don't really play as her. So, plus she's a classic staple. Nah, I don't want to delete her. She may be my Achilles heel, although I'd still rather have her in the game than not. Who would it be? Vulcan, maybe? He has the knock up on the one. He has 3 turrets. He does a lot of damage. He's super mobile. Maybe him? Maybe Vulcan? I don't know, man. 2-minute warning. You got 40 seconds left, Twitch people. Just letting you know. I'm still thinking about it.
Okay.
I'm listening.
So 2 reasons. First reason, right? So damn slippery, right? Just always out of range, so fast. Finally caught him. Nope, he's through a wall. F you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Second part.
Facts.
This is always the Giannis on the other team.
Yeah, it's never.
Facts. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, Kilgoon. Oh my, you don't know how much you just related to me and then maybe like the majority of Smite game players. Oh my gosh. That was beautiful. It goes to show you that he actually plays a game. Oh my gosh, my guy, he got it. Right, hit the nail right on the freaking head. Oh my god. He's right. He's right. It's always the other Janus. The enemy Janus is always the one that's like this. It's never yours. Oh, that was so beautiful. Oh, chef's kiss for that one. Let's go back. Let's go back and rewatch what he just said. That was huge. Huge relatability info that he dropped on us.
Finally caught him. Nope, he's through a wall. F you.
Yes, facts. You're like, yeah, I got you, Ninja, finally. Exactly what he said. Nope, F you, sucker. I'm out of here. Bye. Through a wall. Like, that one meme of the it's perfect. Holy moly. And Clumsy's laugh is an acknowledgement to that. Oh, did someone say acknowledge? Hello, trigger word right there. He acknowledges that, yep, you are right. You are so right because I've done that too. I've been like, oh, you think you got me? F you, Ninja. Bye. Slips through a wall. Bye. And then he just laughed. He's like, bye, sucker. Oh, someone said sucker. That's him right here. That's Clumsy right there after he gets away through a wall. Yeah, bamboozling everybody. That's what his laugh expressed to me.
Second part.
He's like, you are so right, man. I've done that. Oh my gosh, you're so right.
This is always the Giannis on the other team.
Yeah, it's never your Giannis.
Never my Giannis. My Giannis can't hit a damn ability to save their life.
Their
0
Giannis
and 10,
snipes my carry.
3,000 player damage in an entire game. But their Giannis. Yeah. So
that's why you gotta just be the Giannis. That's what I do. You're right though. If I have a Giannis on my team, that's not me. It's a problem. So I just be the Giannis.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Another round of applause. Beautiful. Wonderfully stated. Oh my gosh. That was so relatable. Oh, that got me right to my core. I was like, yes, you're right. You're right. Oh my god. Someone gets it. Someone else gets it. Like, finally someone gets it. Holy hell, man. It's never my Janus. That's the OP one. Why is it always the enemy Janus? Like, oh my gosh. Beautiful. Beautiful moment there.
So that's why I would remove Giannis from the game.
Bye.
Okay.
I
it's 2
get
o'clock.
you.
We got time for one more question.
Wow. Best moment of the entire freaking show. Holy moly. They earned that thumbs up right there. Wow. Fantastic.
For coming today. We'll be back on Monday. Monday, we'll probably just do a quick run through of patch notes and then
the
take
chill
questions.
Chill stream like today.
I have to do box art this afternoon. That's a good reminder to myself. And
Holy hell.
and I have to cancel that Game Pass subscription. And yeah, I
That
appreciate
was so
everybody always taking
great.
time out of their day to chill with us and
Yeah,
ask
this is
questions, and
always a good
it's always fun.
Excellent question there,
Let's see.
Pon.
Got to pick a
Or
good
whoever
last
asked it,
question
chat.
here.
Y'all, that was fantastic.
Thoughts on bringing back the chibi skins? Guessing they were pretty popular, right? The chibi skins were popular, but they are also very difficult skins to bring over because they all involve their own unique like rigging and animation sets. So they are just very challenging to bring over. And right now, our rigging and animation teams are pretty full up just bringing over the gods. And there are some animation changes and new animations that we have to do for every god. So we can't bring over a ton of skins that are highly animation intensive, right? And that's basically between the gods and the saga that we do every once in a while. That's our entire animation bandwidth. And so it would be cool to do some of the chibi skins. Some of them were very popular, but it's just not, doesn't fit in the schedule right now, unfortunately.
I've actually got two that I want to answer.
Yeah, go for it.
So Mutabuzz, there's a meta brewing for backliners getting Blink, Aegis beads. It's pretty unfun. Just basically the strength of upgraded relics and the prevalence. I think we're still finding people getting used to them and building into them. That being said, we did last nerf time locked Aegis to be less strong. We know that there is strength in those three specifically as kind of defensive utility options, right? Is one of the things that was always a worry about having two relics, is that people are going to tend to use them more defensively. That being said, there are ways to nerf them, either their stats specifically, the percentage they give you, or their effects. But we want to make sure that, I would say that the meta is brewing. It is much more of a high level concern than it is everywhere else. But that being said, upgraded relics and actives as a whole do tend to affect the top end of players more so than the rest of them. So it's not like we're going to ignore that. But it's also important to see where that shakes out a little bit, because sometimes, we might see an uptick of that, or we might see people kind of countering that with their own things. I would actually say that upgraded like Shell has also been extremely strong too, right? There's almost all of them have a good level of strength to them.
Yo, I don't even get the upgrades. I'd rather just get other active items than upgrading the relic. I'm good with that. Cause then I'd have to choose what would I want to have. Do I have an upgraded relic as an active, or another active that can help me do other things? I'd rather take the other. That's my trade-off.
That's important. And then the other question I wanted to answer was Super Bagels, which is any thoughts about going back to earlier gods of Smite 2 and giving them +1s? That's something that we've talked about in the past. We've even addressed. There's just there's a whole arc of things that we want to look at, right? We want to look at the current issues that are in the game based on itemization, huge balance and design pass that we've talked about before. We want to look at aspects, and we have this exact same question about, okay, when are you going to go back to some of the older aspects and revamp them to make sure that they're there too? Then we have just the plus ones, like people want more love for Cernos, want more love for Odin, want more love for some of these characters, and we did a little bit of that over time for Hades, for example, right? We got a lot of appreciation for when we upgraded his 2 to be slightly better. So there's a whole arc of work, and I think it's the cop-out answer to say, it'll come with time, but that is also the answer we have to be very, very cognizant of. We are thinking about those things. Even when I mentioned the Cernos buff, we know people want the intelligence-based kind of feature there. We talked about that for Medusa as well when she was buffed too. So we're cognizant of all those issues. It's just a matter of bandwidth and our priorities on what's coming up next. And we want to make sure that every 2 weeks when we deliver a god, those gods hit really well. Those aspects that tend to come out with them hit well, and then whatever balance and other adjustments we can do, making sure that we don't have to then go back and 1 year from now we don't go backwards and go, okay, what about the ones that we released February 2025, and let's see how we revamp those, right? We have to be very cognizant of design that.
J-Dog 420.
Yep, all because of manpower too. Again, keep that in mind. They had 2 massive layoffs, and their team is significantly smaller than it used to be. So things are going to be reprioritized as necessary.
Which has reminded me of something that I should mention. If you are a Game Pass subscriber, we have recently updated our quarterly kind of free skin that you get on Game Pass.
Cool.
So High Honor Hua Mulan is available free for Game Pass subscribers now, and you can get it on any platform. You just have to have your accounts linked and log in, and there's you can search for it.
Okay.
Nice.
The green one. I think that's the green
Mulan skin if you are a Game Pass subscriber. And as one final round, I'm going to push this button, and I'm going to hope that this brings up the right thing. Yeah, this did bring up the right thing. Look at this.
Right?
We have the North American Conquest Smite
Mhm.
Prime Tournament tomorrow. So
Tomorrow, that was
you want to see some North
Saturday.
American Conquesters. With that, it's been a good week. It's been fun chatting with y'all.
Always.
And any closing words? You good?
No, I'm excited for the weekend, and this week's always so exciting because we got like the God release, we got the balance notes, and then it just comes out a few days later. So have a great weekend and enjoy the patch when it comes out on Tuesday.
Yep. And we will see
Tomorrow,
you on the battleground of the gods.
Peach
Bye-bye.
it. Let's go. Wonderful show. If you guys missed it, the best part was right here when they talked about which god would you delete without any consequences.
Yeah, exactly. Approximately one cart.
Smite at FIFA World Cup confirmed. Also not attack speed.
Yeah, true.
So it's at its most effective at the beginning.
Aesthetic as well.
He's through a wall. F you.
Okay, here it is.
He's out for this reason. Okay? No.
Just Vamana.
So- wait, what was the thing?
To be honest, Baka to tackle the problem that is Baka is. Like, I mean, I would be excited to Baka Kujira, but actually Baka Kujira, Bakasura, or maybe on the totem pole. Someone asked me that. I think he has always been. I mean,
No consequences. Question
Dang.
from Pon Pon. The game. Oh, this is a good question from Pon Pon. You can delete one god, no consequences. Who is it?
Bam. Right here. This is the best moment of the stream. In my opinion, of course. Forget about the balance. Forget about the item changes. Forget about the nerfs, the buffs, and the shifts. Right? This right here is the moment you must watch for this stream. Right here. Pon Pon asks, delete one god with 0 consequences. Who is it?
I mean, and from Smite 1 or Smite 2, I think the answer for me has always been Bakasura Vamana. I'm just not.
Baka is freaking fun as hell to play as. Bakasura. Crit Kasura. Have you guys ever played Crit Bakasura? Oh my god. Crazy good. So much fun. Attack speed too. Attack speed and crit. Holy moly. At first, I was like, man, this god sucks. Mainly because I sucked with him. I was like, I was not good. Then I took the time to learn how to play him. I experimented. I was like, yo, this is fun. Holy hell. You can keep fighting, eat your minions, eat your own projectile minions too. And then you can cripple enemies with your ult. Oh, that was so good. And you can stick to them too. Woo! And his stim. Ooh. He does true damage. True damage. Oh my gosh. Like, this guy's insane. He's so good.
Those are like my
I can't wait for him to join.
The 2 bottom characters on my list on the totem pole.
Those
Which I
that?
think I know. Pon
102, like
Bakasura, or maybe both of those. I can't remember. I know a lot of people are saying Baka Kujira, but actually Baka Kujira I think is salvageable in a lot of ways. Like, I mean, I would be excited to tackle okay, maybe not excited, but I'd be happy to tackle the problem that is Baka Kujira. He's got a really cool aesthetic as well. But like, Baka and Vamana do not incite happiness.
All right. I'm gonna give
To be honest, that's so messed up, man.
Pon counteracts with saying, all right, Ninja, you're going to go for my characters? Guess what, bucko? Turnabout is fair play. Sniping Janice out of here because I know you love playing Janice. Bobby.
Wait, what was the thing?
Pon just goes, voting for Giannis since he wants to delete my precious Vamana.
So I was actually about to say Giannis is my answer.
And with a backup coming in, Kilgoon. He's like, I'm here, Pon. I'm with you, brother. I'm going to say unironically Janice too. However, I have my own reasons why. And let me tell you why. Man drops down the most relatable information that we Smite game players have had. Oh my gosh. We need more of these moments in these streams. I think this was the best moment ever.
Because no.
He's all like, all right. We got another player hater right here. You a Janice hater too. Okay, come on. Let me hear it. Oh, what BS is about to spew out of your mouth? You hating along with Bonpon. All right, let me see. Let me see what you got to say.
Okay, I have a fair argument.
He's like, hear me out though. Hear me out. I actually have valid reasons, logic, and argument to present to you as to why I would remove Janice as well. Not out of spite like Pon. My reasons are as follows.
Here, fair argument, okay?
I'm listening.
So two reasons. First reason, right? So damn slippery, right?
Yeah,
Just always out of range, so fast. Finally caught him. Nope, he's through a wall. F you.
Yeah.
Second part.
That laugh of acknowledgement, man. He's like, oh, yep, you're right. He's like, I concede. Fair point. You know, that's happened to me. Guess what? I've done it too. So I'm guilty. Guilty as charged. I see your reasoning, okay?
This is always the Giannis on the other team.
Yeah, it's never your Giannis.
Never my Giannis. My Giannis can't hit a damn ability to save their life.
Yes.
Their
0 and 10,
Giannis snipes my carry.
3,000 player damage
Yep.
the entire game. But their Giannis. Yeah. So
that's where you gotta just be the Giannis. That's what I do. You're right though. If I have a Giannis on my team, that's not me. It's a problem. So I just be the Giannis.
yeah. So that's why I would remove Giannis from the game. Okay.
Beautiful. Another round of applause as well. Excellent moment right there. So human, so relatable, so great. I wish they had more of these moments in the game. Let me see. How long? Is that 104? Like 2 minutes. It was just 2 minutes. Because the question gets posed around here. 2 minutes of pure relatability and greatness. Oh my gosh.
It's 2:00. We got time for one.
That was it. Yep. Fantastic show. Holy moly. That brings us up to today, man. Tomorrow's about to be a long stream with OB28, I believe. I think it's 28. Maybe 27 or 29. I don't know. Don't help me. Don't crucify me for that, chat. Please, have mercy. It's the Niza update. Our boy Niza shows up finally. We won't be able to take him in ranked. We already know this. We know the drill. Anytime a new character drops, we want to test them out in ranked. Never possible. They always get banned. Someone else takes them. So we'll just be sticking to casuals. We'll be testing them out in arena, assault perhaps if we even get lucky on the dice roll, and regular conquest perhaps. Until then, take care of yourselves, everybody. Have a wonderful week. Have a great Monday. We'll be back tomorrow with some Yosemite Sam 2 gameplay for sure. And don't forget to exercise. Eat healthy, nutritious meals. Stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water. Get plenty of rest and sleep. Don't ignore your cardio. Honor your rest days. Shout out to the live gang, replay gang in the future. And of course, the Lurk squad as well. Thank you all for being here. Shout out to the new follows, new subs, new chatters, returning, and the new as well. Grateful for each and every one of you all. I will catch you all tomorrow. Peace. Peace. Take care of yourselves.
Mm-hmm.